What's going on, everybody? NFL Hit the Books Sunday Picks and Preview live. We're here September 24th, 2023. Bring you top-notch football analysis, exciting matchup predictions, and insightful game previews you won't want to miss. This is week 3 of the NFL season. I'm here. I'm ready. The whole Hit the Books crew is here and ready. We got some games on the docket today. Chargers, Vikings, Patriots, Jets, Saints, Packers for the 1 p.m. slate, Seahawks and Panthers for the 4 p.m. slate, and Steelers and Raiders to wrap up our Sunday night football segment, 8:20 p.m. Eastern, that game in Vegas. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us on whatever platform you're tuning in from today, and check out all our official picks on Instagram and Twitter throughout today and tomorrow. Let's start off, boys. What do you got going on this week? I got Huff, Ace, and Mackie with me. Little Thursday night football review we can do. Giants, 49ers. Niner gang took care of the Giants, score 30-12. Any thoughts on this Thursday night football matchup, boys?
That Niners team is everything I've talked them up to be. I mean, I've taken them spread every week. That's the best team in the NFL. I have a future on them to win the Super Bowl for a reason, and they keep showing me why. McCaffrey and those Niners, electric. Lock them in every chance you get.
Giants are just brutal, too. I mean, it goes both ways, definitely. Not taking anything away from the Niners, but the Giants are brutal.
Without Saquon, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even with Saquon, Cowboys put up a 40-piece on him. It wasn't a fluke game, I don't think. I mean, Giants are not playing good football at all.
Which is funny because they could still be in the hunt for the NFC wildcard. That's how bad the NFC is in that depth of bad, in my opinion.
They need to hit a little streak. They got a tough schedule this year, too. Still have to play the
I don't
Eagles.
think so, but they could be there. I mean, I feel like another bad team from the NFC South could be there. You know, maybe a bad NFC North team. There's not a lot of great teams in the NFC this season.
Got a few 2-0 teams in that NFC South.
Yeah, I don't know for how much longer.
Alrighty, boys. It is time. It's Sunday. A little less talking about Thursday. Let's jump into some. A matchup. I'm telling you, I don't know where I'm at on this game, but I'm curious to hear where you guys are. Vikings are the favorite here, -1.5. These odds just moving all over the place. Money line at -108, pretty much just to pick them here. Total 54.5. I've been looking at that total all week this week. But Ace, why don't you start us off here? 2 teams that I care about to actually watch here. A solid 1 p.m. game. What do you got?
It's funny because you care about watching them, so do I, but they're both 0-2. 2 teams desperate for a win here. 2 teams with high expectations coming into the season. The Vikings thinking they could have won this division. Me as well. The Chargers thinking they could compete for the AFC West with Patrick Mahomes. Meanwhile, they're both sitting at 0-2 and have a must-win. Mackie, I know you've been talking down on the Chargers all year, but I think their aerial assault is going to go off today. But does that mean they can win? I don't know. Justin Herbert can put up the numbers week in and week out, but they still find ways to lose games. I think Justin Jefferson eats through the air. I'm going to card him to get over 100 and get in the end zone this week. I think it's a big game. He cracks the end zone, hits the gritty for the first time this year. But I think it's going to be a tough one. I like a lot of points. Not leaning aside, but if I was forced to take, I'm going to take the Chargers, but I can't confidently take them right now.
I am leaning aside here. I'm going to act like I'm wearing purple for a reason. It's going to be Skull Vikings the whole fucking afternoon. I really like Kirk Cousins here. I like him in this spot. I like Jettas, like Ace said, to get in the end zone. I'm not selling what Brandon Staley's cooking over there in LA. It's a road game, like you said. This is a must-win for both teams. I like the home team and a pick 'em. Give me the Vikings. I like the money line at -115.
Yeah, you guys already know what side I'm on here. Everything I've been saying about these Chargers, you guys all chirp me in the offseason, but look at exactly what I said. Justin Herbert can't win a football game. This is 2-0-2 teams that really both need a win, and I think Kirk Cousins finds a win here. Justin Herbert gets his chances. Last week, down 3, 2-minute drill, went down, got the field goal, probably should have got a touchdown. You get the ball first in overtime, you go 3 and out, and you kick the ball away. Of course, you're going to lose that game. He's got to come up bigger in those situations. I'm going to take the Vikings here in a must-win situation for both teams, I think.
Yeah, and if you're looking at this game from a fantasy perspective, no Austin Eckler. That's massive for these LA Chargers. I know a lot of people ride him as one of the top running backs in the league. Josh Kelly getting the start. Should have a more productive day than last week against a weak Minnesota defense. But I'm looking for Mike Williams, who led the team in targets last week, to have a solid game, along with Justin Jefferson, both through the air, but along with Keenan Allen. I know they lost, but he looked electric, back to his Pro Bowl self.
Keenan Allen has looked like 2017 Keenan Allen again this year. He's been playing absolutely ridiculous football. Justin Herbert just throwing the ball up to him in the end zone. He's babying one-on-one. There's no fight there.
Just needs to keep that health intact, and he can be one of the top receivers in the
Ace,
NFL.
here's an interesting number for you. I pulled up those receiving props as soon as you brought up Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, and you can get Mike Williams over 63.5 at -130. I kind
Interesting.
of
I
like
feel
that.
like because he catches those deep passes to begin with.
That could be 2
And
passes for him. Yeah.
with the volume that he sees, though, like I want to see his reception prop if you have that up real quick. I
Yeah,
feel like
hold
he's
on.
probably at
Receptions.
5.5.
4.5, but the over's -180. So
Yeah.
it's really at 5 or 5.5, but MGM just hasn't adjusted the line yet.
Yeah, that's a tough call then with that line. But no, I like Keenan Allen and Mike Williams to be productive. Surprised we haven't seen Quentin Johnson yet, but without Eckler, that's his check down go-to target. He's going to be going to Allen to move those chains.
Jefferson over under 7.5 receptions.
Yeah, I have him over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown, but you could throw in the catches if you want to make a single game parlay with the three of them.
The over in that Ace is +110.
Really?
Probably every leg in that parlay would be plus.
Yeah, I mean -110 on the over 100.5, and then the touchdowns -105, I believe.
Really? Dang,
Yeah.
the receptions would be the only plus money thing. I thought the touchdown was because he hasn't gotten in. I guess maybe they figure he has to get in today.
High scoring
it was
game this
high
week. They
scoring
gave up 38 points to the Dolphins. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll see, but this one will be one to watch for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Both offenses going to be slinging, I think.
I'm with you on that, Mackie. I like the over here. That over, it's been jumping up a little bit. Started 51.5, where I saw it 53. Now it's at 54.5. Yeah, 54.5. I still like it.
That's
I'm
a lot of
hammering it
fucking
today, I think.
points.
I don't care. It's happening. I've been on it on the overs and unders this year. I think I'm like 1-1. But anyways, make sure as we wrap up this first 1:00 Sunday football game, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel here wherever you're tuning in. We got lots of viewers on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So make sure you hit that like button. Let's jump into
Patriots.
I would never be an Eagles fan. Couldn't catch me dead.
He's a
Couldn't catch
closet
me
Eagles
dead.
fan.
Mackey's in the closet, literally, and I'm not an Eagles fan.
Waiting for those chirps.
Yeah, I mean, hey, our viewers love it.
They do, I know. All right, the New England Patriots, Ace is New England Patriots, heading to the New York Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Eagles, oh my gosh, the Patriots are the favorites at 2.5 points. The money line -144, the total 35.5 points. Jets money line +122. I'm done talking about this AFC East matchup. What do you think, Ace?
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising since you're a Pittsburgh guy having the other side of the state on the mind. Tough scene. What are you going to do? But no, talking Patriots here, I mean, great spot for the Patriots to get their first win against Zach Wilson. Guys seeing ghosts against that defense every time he plays them. I think the Patriots are due here. They got to take out all their frustrations on these tough losses, the top-seeded opponents, on their little brother, that is the New York Jets. The AFC East little brother. They thought they had something cooking. It's gone. Their defense is really good. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I like Belichick to win those types of games. I don't see how Zach Wilson gets on the board. I'm going to take Patriots -2.5 to the bank. We'll consider them on the money line as my mortal lock. It's not going to be fun to watch. It's not going to be a blowout, but the Patriots will get the job done and get to 1-2 and keep themselves relevant in this NFL season.
Yeah, I'm definitely, and this doesn't happen a lot, but I'm definitely leaning your Patriots as well. It's going to be a slower game, but I can't put my faith in Zach Wilson. That Jets team hasn't looked very good with him in it. They got a nice win week 1 against the Bills, but that was just one of those broken games. Patriots need one here, big time. Mac Jones just needs to get the job done. He just needs to do enough. He doesn't need to do a lot, just needs to do enough. That defense will hold you down for the most part. I definitely lean under on here, but it's very low. I think it's at like 34, maybe 37. I might have saw it wrong, but I think the Patriots can win by a field goal in this game. We got to get their first win under their belt.
Yeah,
They really do.
You won't see me bet this on my card. I did lean Jets with the points. I was going to take the extra half point and get them with the 3. I just think it's a big Breece Hall game. I think you got to get the ball out of Zach Wilson's hands, get the ball in your skill players' hands. You brought in all those guys to play with Aaron Rodgers. I'm using Breece Hall 20 times a game. I'm using Dalvin Cook 15 times a game. Quick short passes to Allen Lazard, all the receivers you brought in, utilize them. They're trying to make Zach Wilson do too much. I think they need to minimize things against a really good Patriots defense. I think the fact that the game's at MetLife helps the Jets out. I think the Jets defense has a good game in the afternoon. I don't love the pick. I won't see it on my card, but I did lean Jets plus the 3 points.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup to watch. Christian Gonzalez versus Garrett Wilson. We saw Gonzalez hold his own against Tyreek Hill last week. Wasn't actually covering on the touchdown that Hill scored either, so that's a good sign. But I think he's a second or third rated cornerback through the NFL this season. That's why he was selected so early. But without Jonathan Jones, Marcus Jones both injured out in this one, Jack Jones as well, the Jones trio, then it's going to be a lot of Christian Gonzalez and Miles Bryant. He's going to have to step up to the task, and I expect him to. But that defensive front for the Patriots really going to carry. And then got to get this noted as well. Hunter Henry, one of the leading tight ends in fantasy, in production overall this season for the New England Patriots. So hopefully they can keep getting him the rock a bit more.
Ace, Mackie, I'm riding with you guys. I think I like those Patriots this week. I don't know if you'll see it on my card, but it's definitely going to be a solid matchup. Another 1 o'clock matchup. The third 1 o'clock matchup that we have here too.
Yes, he is there. I don't. It's a work trip. I didn't get the invite, but I'll start us out here. This is Jordan Love's home debut as the QB1 up in Green Bay with no Aaron Rodgers breathing down his neck with an injury or anything. I think he comes out strong. I like the Packers to win this game. I'm going to take them on the money line on my card. I've been big on this Saints team. They have been hanging around in games. I think this is a game where they can slip up and still have a consistent season enough to win that division and make the playoffs like I expected them to. I think Green Bay gets the job done at home. I expect Aaron Jones to play in this game. I saw he's questionable, but expected to play. Give me the Packers to win the game. I just think this is going to be Derek Carr's first kind of slip-up game as a Saint.
Yeah, I don't love any play on this game, but I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side on this one. I think I don't think Derek Carr is a very good game at all. But Jordan Love hasn't seen a good defense yet. He's played the Bears and he's played the Falcons. Neither defense very good at all. Bears is terrible, but New Orleans has one of the best defenses in the league, and they proved it week in and week out so far. Jordan Love has played very good up to this point, but he hasn't seen the pressure that he's going to see today. I think he has a pretty tough game. Doesn't really get anything going early. I think it's going to be really close towards the end, but I think the veteran quarterback gets it out in Lambeau today. Like I said, I don't love this play. You're not going to see it on my card, but I think the Saints can definitely edge this one out.
No Jamal Williams and no Kamara until next week. So
I don't think that matters. We saw Tony Jones fill in well, and now they have Kendre Miller, exciting rookie, popping onto the scene. But I'm with Mackie. Defense wins championships, like Ray Lewis said on the Madden 2005 intro. But with that Saints defense, one of the best ones in the league, I think they can hold their own. We've looked at every game that they've played so far. I know they've had weak opponents, but they can keep those offenses down and leave it to only 14 to 20 points that Derek Carr has to score to win the game. And I think he has enough juice with Olave, Michael Thomas kind of coming to life. And I said this on the pod, go look at a Taysom Hill money line touchdown there that anytime. You can see what a line is for that. That's not a bad play. Without those big bruisers that they have, Williams and Kamara taking up big cap on the back end, Hill's going to get a lot of looks here. Their OC said he wanted to get him the ball. I lean Saints money line, but I really like Hill on some props today.
Am I crazy to say this is the hardest defense the Saints have seen all season?
No, it definitely is.
No,
that Packers defense is underrated as well.
I'd say the Panthers have a better defense than them. It's very close, though. It's right there. But that divisional game also brings in an aspect of it. I think that New Orleans team will move a little better against this team than they did against the Panthers. But Derek Carr had a terrible game last week, too. So we got to see more out of him for the Saints to do something.
It was a primetime divisional matchup. You're for sure right. But they were also missing that top corner out in Carolina. I think with everybody healthy in Green Bay, firing on all cylinders, Quay Walker.
Oh,
all righty. And he's back. Ace, we lost you for a second.
Are we still live?
We're good.
Yeah, no, I was just so
yeah, we're still good.
I was just so excited about Quay Walker. I couldn't get it going.
But yeah, this is going to be a good game out in Lambeau. Definitely a bloodbath, I think. You just got to see a little more from Jordan Love. I think he's done a lot up to this point, but you got to see it against a good defense. I'm not too high on him yet, even though his stats are there. My opinion could definitely change after this one, though.
This is actually the game I'm most excited to watch this afternoon.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a grimy one. Those defenses are going to control both sides of the ball. The big X factor is going to be if Aaron Jones can suit up in this one and how many reps he actually gets.
We got a question in the chat. Start to Sanders, Kyron Williams, B-Rob. I think you got to start
Williams and B-Rob. And B-Rob, he's going to get the ball in the passing game. We saw it against the Broncos, and when they're playing catch-up against the Bills, they're going to turn to him through the air. I'm not high on Sanders at all.
I think you just got to start Kyron Williams. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of the others. With B-Rob or Sanders. But start Kyron.
B-Rob, Kyron, give me the young legs, and I think Kyron has a good game against that light defense for the Bengals.
B-Rob against that Bills defense. You think that
I
Commanders
like him
offense
through
is
the
gonna
air.
be
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be. It's not going to be traditional production. It's going to be garbage time most likely.
the
I think
PPR
the Bills-
points.
Yeah, Bills have a big day, and if you watched last week when they were in trouble, the Commanders to get offense, they were dumping it off to B-Rob, and he was running it for 10, 15 a pop, and you can make your money with a player like B-Rob in that spot. So B-Rob a lot there.
Alrighty, boys. That's going to wrap up all our 1 o'clock segments or games, this week that we're going to review. The Panthers are
In
the
Seattle.
favorite.
Is it in Seattle?
Sorry, it is in Seattle. I got that
12th
wrong.
man.
Whoops.
Important piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, seriously. It is in Seattle. Seattle is the favorite at home, -5, money line -230, and the total 42.5. Panthers money line at +190. What do we see coming out of Seattle?
Trap game. I don't know.
Seattle was away
Hoff,
last week, that's why.
Hoff, we were talking about this on the pod on Wednesday. We both thought this was kind of a trap, at least with the points here.
Yep.
Carolina backdooring, especially with Andy Dalton. Guy loves just fucking people over on bets year in, year out. 5th different team, but I don't know. I like the Seahawks if you got them in a pick 'em, but I don't know if you can take that 4 points. It's a lot.
I don't see the trap here. What are you going to make Seattle a 7-point favorite? They're not that good. Doesn't matter who they're playing.
Yeah, I know.
5-point spread for a team like Seattle. I just don't see a trap here. I don't know.
You think Metcalf and Lockett have a day? Kenneth Walker?
I see, Mackie, I just see a number that's under 6 and 82% of the public on Seattle -5.
I don't think there's a lot of points in this game either.
I don't know, dude.
See, a lot of people keep saying over in this game. I like the Panthers with the points, and I think the game goes under.
You got Andy Dalton over in Carolina too. No Bryce Young. I think that makes that Carolina team better.
Me too.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. I think Carolina keeps it close.
I just think that Seattle team, that offense can really move the ball. I know that Carolina defense is good, but it's not the same divisional game that we saw last week. I think we could see some. I think we could see Geno expose some holes here in this Carolina defense, especially with no J.C. Horn.
How electric is Tyler Lockett? He's just week in and week out. Nobody expects much of him. He had that clutch touchdown last week.
They need to get Njigba back. That trio that they got going over there, that could be pretty lethal. Geno Smith just needs to live up to it. You got Kenneth Walker in that backfield. That offense can really move the ball, and I think that this game can probably get away from Carolina. I like the -5, but I'm probably not going to see it on my card. Might be a little too many points for the Seattle team, but this game could definitely get away from the Carolina Panthers.
You know what scares me is how slow I think both teams play on both sides of the ball. And then that offensive line for Seattle kind of freaks me out a bit as well. But if they have any hopes of getting back to the playoffs, they have to get this win.
DK's healthy, right? I know he was in a concussion. He had a concussion.
He logged a full practice on Friday.
He came back into that game last week too.
Yeah, it's a scary hit. I mean, he got blown up on the goal line.
Tough to blow up a guy of that size.
Give me the under. I love
like
the
that
under.
too.
In this,
Riding that Carolina defense.
this bland 4 p.m. matchup.
Yep, this
I'm
is going to
all
be the
about
slow
this
one.
under.
The other two are going to be popping off. This is going to be the slow one. You got Chiefs and Cowboys on big spread. So
Exactly. Alrighty, boys. Let's
get into the game. Let's get into the big game.
That is all for the 4
the
p.m.
big
matchup.
game. Carrie Underwood time.
Carrie Underwood time. The Raiders are the favorite here. It's went all the way to -3 now. Their money line -158. Steelers money line +134. And the total at an even 43. Huff, we're going to start it off with you here. Not really sure what to think about this game. This line moving around a little bit. The money line up to 134 for the Steelers. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'd like to think the Steelers defense has enough in the tank to get it done here, but I can't put any money on this team right now with how inconsistent the offense has been. We haven't been able to run the ball consistently. You hear all the stories The defenses that we're playing know what we're running based on the formation we're in. 88% of the time when we're under center, it's a run. 83% of the time when we're in the shotgun, it's a pass. It's one of the most predictable offenses in football. I think the Raiders have enough in the tank to limit us. I like the first half under 21.5. Surprise. I do like to go under. I think the full game goes under as well. This game screams 20-17 in my opinion. I'm going to take the first half, probably the full game under as well. I don't know if you'll see either on my card, but I obviously lean my Steelers to get the job done. But give me that first half and full game under.
Huff, I knew you were riding old reliable with your Steelers offense. I would too if I saw the putrid Kenny Pickett under center. But that defense is no joke, so it's not a bad play. I've heard a lot of people think the Raiders can come out on top. Personally, I lean on the Steelers money line here. I think it's going to be just like last week, grimy. Put it in and don't think about it. The whole game you're going to be worrying, but all that matters is when it's 0-0-0-0 in the fourth quarter. I do think Devontae Adams gets in the end zone, though. That's my favorite play of the week. I don't think you guys have anybody on that side of the ball who can match up with him, especially after what Ayuk did last week. But I like the Adams touchdown plus 130. Great odds. And yeah, I think it's going to be a grime fest, though. Josh Jacobs is going to be getting the ball a lot, but he's going to be running right into the wall.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the other side here. I don't love the Raiders, but I do like the Raiders. That Steelers defense played absolutely absurd last week, and they still really had no business winning that football game. The only reason I really think they did win that game is because divisional matchup. You're in Acrisure. Steelers are 0-1. Mike Tomlin's not starting 0-2 against the Cleveland Browns, letting them start 2-0. So the Steelers come out on top last week. They're going on the road this week. Different scenario. I still think that defense balls out, but Kenny Pickett, I mean, I said it before the season started. He just still hasn't showed me anything that can make me bet on this football team. He's holding them down for the time being, I think. So I think Jimmy Garoppolo showed me enough that he can get the job done at home against this weak Steelers offense. He probably doesn't have to do too much. Just not turn the ball over 1,000 times. Don't give up any defensive touchdowns. And I think they'll be good to cover 2.5-point spread. Like I said, I don't love it. I don't like that Vegas defense. I think if Kenny Pickett was ever going to get something going, it would be this game. But I don't see that happening. So I like Vegas to get the job done at home. I don't love it. Not going to see it on my card, but I lean -2.5.
Yeah, Mackie, those are good points there. And the thing you said, though, if Kenny Pickett ever had a get-right game, it would be literally against that Raiders secondary that's so weak. I know Max Crosby's coming off.
He has zero confidence right now, and he just needs a little boost right now. And this could be a
just
game
get the ball in George Pickett's hands, though. We saw it last week. Just get him the ball, and good things will happen.
You could see him trying to move the ball against the Browns. He doesn't even feel comfortable throwing that football. And the second he gets comfortable, you could see a different Kenny Pickett. You just don't see it right now.
Comfortable holding the football with those tiny ass hands?
I'm not, dude. If you notice, I'm sitting here in silence because I don't think he's the problem. And you guys are going to say I'm crazy. We have a worse offensive coordinator than the Chargers have a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, we play.
Yeah, but I'm the person that says it's Herbert's fault, not Staley's, and I think that's a way worse situation for Herbert than this is for Kenny Pickett. There's definitely a lot more blame on Kenny Pickett than there is on Justin Herbert, and I still think it's Justin Herbert's fault. Matt Canada, definitely the worst offensive coordinator in the league, but dude, Kenny Pickett's just missing terrible throws. I mean, he's missing wide open receivers, no confidence throwing the ball. He has to do more than what he's doing. You can't. There's zero chance that you have any confidence in him.
There's a reason that TJ Watt's jersey's on his wall.
A 2-minute drive to win the.
What are you talking about? What I saw last season, I have confidence in him. I have no confidence in our play calling.
A 2-minute drive to win the game. You think he has a chance to go down there and free
he did it last year twice. Twice. Once against the Raiders. Once against the Ravens.
Okay, but look at the way he's playing right now. He was playing a little better football last year. He has zero, like I said, he has zero confidence right now.
He did the same thing last year. He started the season bad. They put Trubisky back in. Trubisky got hurt. They put Pickett back in. Pickett ended the season on a run.
Okay, I got a question. After week 1, you had zero confidence in Kenny Pickett. What happened last week that gave you even the slightest bit of confidence? He had one throw the entire last game. It was a 75-yard touchdown to George Pickens. That was the only good play he had the entire game, I think.
I'm hammering the fact that we have an offensive coordinator that can't coach high school fucking football. Did you hear what I said about when we're under center? 88% of the time it's a run. When we're in the shotgun, 83% of the time it's a pass. Do you know how easy that is for linebackers to predict coverage?
I'm not saying, dude. I believe Matt Canada is the worst offense coordinator in the league, but I mean, Brandon Staley's the worst coach in the league too, and Justin Herbert finds a way to put up yards. He just doesn't win football games. And I put the blame on Justin Herbert. I don't put it on the coach. Put it on the guy that has the football in his hands every single play of the game.
I blame predictability.
You got it.
I think it's a combination of both.
You can't act like nothing's
Yeah,
on
you still got to execute the play you're called. You still have to go out there and execute the play. But when it's it's almost like how the Bears ran a fucking screen 3 times in a row, and it led to a defensive touchdown.
You sound like me defending Mac Jones with Matt Patricia last year.
It's crazy. It's fucking insane. He's not an offensive coordinator.
He's putting the square peg into the round hole. It doesn't work. But no, yeah. I mean, I think if there's a bounce back spot, Chance Galucci here in the chat with, do I play Burrow this week? Well, the thing is, if you go look at the waiver wire, it's pretty thin in a lot of leagues. Kenny Pickett's one of those top names people are looking at with an easy matchup against the Raiders, and I don't think you go out and pick him up. I have no confidence. I think you play Burrow this week. Shout out Joe Galucci in the chat as well. Why do they play the JV teams? Only when you bet on them, that's why. And new AV, the Ravens are going to maul this week. That's what I got to say.
I could see this be the first game Kenny Pickett has over 1.5 touchdowns this year.
I wouldn't play Burrow just because it's a Monday. It's a Monday night, and if he does get a last second scratch, you're just kind of screwed. But
who's their backup now? Do you know?
Oh, Jesus,
Jake
Christ,
Browning.
I have no idea.
Because I think you start Burrow because I think he's going to play, and there's no really good options on the wire. If you go look this week in any of your leagues, I don't think there's very many. I was looking yesterday. But I think you rolled Burrow, and if he's out, you go with their backup and just roll and hope that he uses the weapons that he's provided.
Come on.
What? He has good weapons. They have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon. I mean, you just got to give those guys the ball, and they can make good things happen for you.
Yeah, against a weak Rams defense, I guess they can throw it up there.
Yeah, why not? And he'll be chasing, especially in the one game without him. You got to be balling out. But especially get him back to 1-2. I mean, if you go look, there's guys out there right now. You have Derek Carr against the Packers, not an easy matchup. You have Mac Jones against the Jets, not an easy matchup. You have Dalton and Jimmy G. Like, there's not great options out there right now.
Alrighty, boys.
It's gonna be a good sleep.
I need to hear your mortal locks. It's time. Your mortal locks. What do you got? Who's starting?
I'm going last year at 2-0.
All right, I'll start us off here. I've been tough to start. I'm gonna take my boys. I like the Broncos plus 6.5 in Denver. When everyone else feels uncomfortable, I feel comfortable. Give me the Broncos plus 6.5.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a little reliable. What I've been rolling with. This is a lot like my Browns pick week 1, but I'm gonna go Vikings on the money line. Be safe with the 1.5. I'll take them on the money line.
Wow, that's such a tough game to choose from. Vikings, Chargers. Mackie loves taking these hard-ass games as a mortal lock and coming through in the clutch.
Listen, it means a lot more, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, give me the no sweat one. I wanted to cash in the first half. I'm done anytime touchdown scorers so far. I think I did CMC week 1. Then I did Quan last week. They both had 2 in both those games. So this week I'm going to go with an ATD again. I'm going to go with Travis Kelce now that he's back and healthy against a bad Bears team. I got it at minus 135. You'll see that on my card, but I think he finds the end zone, and Patrick Mahomes has a bounce back game after a tough one down in Jacksonville.
I'm going with old reliable, the over 54.5 in Chargers Vikings. I know it's so high. It is the highest of the week, but it is going to happen. It is
the highest of the week for a reason.
30 apiece. 30 apiece there, right?
30-27 you cash. 30-27 you cash.
If you have any of those superstars, start them up. Hawkinson, Jettis, Williams, Keenan Allen. Those 4 are going to have big days. They are.
I'm so pumped. It's good. I think that's going to be a good game, Mackie. I know you're on the Vikings there. Solid.
It's going to be a shootout.
1 p.m. matchup through and through.
I'm not expecting an easy win here, but I think it happens.
Mackie, I have this line just moved. I now have Vikings plus 1 at minus 115 and the money line at minus 110.
Wait.
Vegas was listening to me talk up the Chargers. I'm telling you.
That just moved 2.5 points in the last 25 minutes. Something must have happened. Mortal lock, stay tuned. I got to make sure everyone's healthy.
Mortal jinx.
All right, I'll have a backup.
A backup?
I gotta have a backup.
Backup?
No, there's no backup. You're alive on air right now. Give us a mortal lock. If your play's in question, then you're in question.
If there's an injury that just happened that I don't know about, that's invalid for my mortal lock.
A backup.
Just send one out right now. Then go with the backup. Roll it out.
Yeah. I don't know if I can go with the backup. Nah, I'm just gonna roll with it. You know what? Fuck it. Justin Herbert, Brandon Staley, they're gonna fuck up like they always do. Let's do it.
So you got him +1 now, though.
All right, I'll take him +1. Give me the better. Actually, no, give me the money line still. I
right.
get better odds.
Jeez. All right, boys. Week 3 NFL. 13 games today. Let's get after it. Bet smart. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe wherever you're listening to. Make sure to check out our videos for our Monday night and Thursday night football games as well. Podcast released weekly on Thursdays, talking about each game of the NFL each and every week. Make sure to like and subscribe on all our social media accounts and check out our picks released all throughout the day, today and tomorrow, and throughout the week. That's all I got, boys. Going to be a great week 3 of football here. Anything else to add?
One quick thing
Go
here.
ahead.
If you have any survival leagues, here's 3 picks for you. Got to throw them at you. Cowboys, Chiefs, Jaguars. Go with one of them. You can't lose. Money line, no sweat parlay. You can add those 3 with the Bills and the Ravens. Other than that, going to be a great slate. Patriots going to come out and get their first win this week, so I'm ready to roll. Let's go.
Yeah, and other than some NFL football, yesterday we crushed it on the college football card, going 3-1, 1-2 units. I think we're, Mackie, what are we, 11-7 on the season, up about 4 units.
Should be
so sitting good.
12-6.
Yeah,
Notre
should be
Dame should've won
12-6.
that football game.
Notre Dame cucked us on the back.
Loser
door
Notre
at
Dame,
Ohio
loser.
State win, but I'll take a 3-1 day. You love to see it. So stay tuned for the social media for our NFL cards. It's about 10 a.m. right now. We'll have these out by 11. So 2 hours before the 1 o'clock slate. Stay tuned for all the picks coming out. See you guys next week.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I know this is an NFL live stream, but that college football card's been eating. We're just gonna get better. Stay tuned for those picks, definitely.